What's up, everyone? Finally doing it. Every single chamber setup for bind. I'm going to start with A, then I'm going to work my way to B, and then finally I'll do a couple attack strats. There might be a cut here or there. I'm going to record this in one take. Let's hope this goes well. So I'm going to have no bullshit in here. It's going to be every setup I personally use to get myself currently up to Immortal 2. So let's show it. Generally speaking, the principles of how I want to do a setup is start aggressive, start for a one and done, and then back yourself up to a position where you could fall back on. So I'll show a couple of different positions I do. Generally speaking, as far as where the trip's going to go, either going to go here, or it's going to go here.
A gift.
Only one of two spots. Here. Let's start with a shower zone. Very basic, very important though. One of the best spots to teleport back to is heaven. Put your teleport here, and there's a lot of spots where you can play off of here. Let's start with showers. So typically if I go showers, I'll have the trip short. One anchor showers, and the phase. Once I get into showers, I throw the second one here, and I post up. Either I'll post up here, or if I'm able to take this space, I'll post up here. Very straightforward. Look for one, teleport out. Then I have a second angle to work up here. I'll grab the TP back, and I'll work around short as well. Very safe. If I need to fall back, I can always fall back. That's how you want to play that. Next setup is going to use the same thing. One teleport heaven, and let's show top truck. Top truck is as basic as it gets. Start top truck. A couple ways you could play this. You could start out wide and aggressive, holding this angle. Or you could start back against this corner. Listen for them to start coming up a little bit. Right? They're making noise. And then you swing out. Look here. Usually people jump on this box. Good for one, teleport out. Same thing with this teleport out. You could either look showers, come around, look short. You might get smoked off. A good spot to reposition if it's smoked off. Drop down, hold this top here. Usually it's a one angle that only one person can swing at a time. A second free kill right here. Alright, let's show a third setup. Now this is going to be a bit more aggressive. Very similar in nature though. Typically this is the second spot that I would throw it to be safe with. Spot there. And now we can choose anywhere on short, right? We can either choose here. Great spot to hold short from this side. Or we can throw other teleport here. And in that case, either way, we're going to have our trip showers. And you just post up here. Same exact thing. Get one. Teleport out. And then you have your secondary backup angle. Here we probably look showers first. And then we can come around and hold the secondary angle. Once smokes go down, we can hold this third angle. Very basic, very straightforward. Now let's go into a setup that I love to use with the rifle, particularly a Phantom. Typically how this setup goes is the first teleport goes back here. And the second one, typically you throw your trip here in short. As soon as the round starts, you teleport, and you throw your second card in the teleporter. Basically what you're doing, you're listening for when they're here. You use a Phantom to spray through, right? You have this straight lane here that a lot of people like to run through right in the middle. Spray right through. Could possibly have Raze or someone else with a projectile open the doors for you through the teleporter. Look for one, and get out for free. Now you're in this safe backed up spot. If you know they're going B, you have a quick rotate. If they're coming A, you're in a safe spot to work your way back up A. Okay, now let's go for B. I guess first let's show one setup that can be used. I personally don't prefer it just because of the nature of that I was talking about, where you want to play a position that your second teleport should be to back up. Like it's a backup position, it's a safe position. You don't really get that with this, but there's some advantages, so I'll talk about it. This setup's very basic. Basically, it's a fast A to B setup. You're going to go to the site that is heavy stacked to less heavy stacked, right? So let's say I'm starting B, there should be two other teammates with me B. Then if I hear they're A, I teleport, and then there'll be end up being 3A, right? Very basic. You're able to play here, play for one, get out, and you're able to teleport through. This guy should be a little bit further back, make it a little bit better, right? That way you don't get swung here. Again, I don't really like it that much because you get very easily overwhelmed, especially if you start A and you go B. You're kind of stuck in this cubby here. You know, you get naded, you get mollied out. You're kind of stuck. I don't love it. but people use it, I should mention it. Your trips for B, right? Let's talk about those. They're pretty important. 2 main trips typically we see.
A gift.
For the walkout here, usually actually catches people. Sometimes here long.
That's a good spot.
Third spot, if you're playing up and long, you might want a bit more of an aggressive trip somewhere in short, whether left side, right side.
That works.
That works as well. Now, same principles for B are going to apply from A. We're going to start up aggressive for a one and done, and then back up to a safe position. Your safe positions typically are going to be elbow. Sometimes you can do CT, like back here, if we're playing a super far up position. But otherwise, your second position is going to be here. These are 2 safe backed up positions. Let's say we're working for short. Typically, a lot of times I'll start up and play for a pick, whether it's an op, whether it's a rifle. Good spot is to throw something like this. You have 1 teleport here, 1 teleport back there. You're able to hold an angle here on short, right? You hold this lane. Look for 1. Do whatever you can to get 1. Take a shot, teleport out. Now you're safe here. You might get smoked off eventually. It's very possible. We could either walk out of the smoke, or we could just play back here, wait out the smoke. Either way, we're not stuck in a position where we can't fall back. At any point, if we get overwhelmed and we need to back up, we could very well go into our spawn. Let's go for the other position. So another setup I'd love to run is something more towards long, and this I'll use elbow typically. You can either place it here, place it in here. Not a big difference. So a lot of people like to swing out on here. Perfectly fine to do so. You just place the teleport up here, come down, swing out. Only reason I don't love it is because of the elevation difference. They could swing wide and be up here. They could swing lower and be down here. A slightly different position you could play, right, is something like this. So a bit further back. It's not going to be cleared instantly, right? They're going to use util to scale up. Maybe if they have a dart or a knife, you have a fallback position as well. But it's an off angle, and you don't have to worry about elevation. Typically, get 1, get out, and then now you have a secondary angle. You can look the dropout. You could come out and kind of look long again, or you have that fallback position, right? So you're not stuck here. You can always fall back through up. Here's a couple off angles for you. Just 2 of them, very basic. If we're playing deep, these require teammates in some regard, I'll admit. So take that with a grain of salt. Very easy. Throw this in the corner. Other one back. You can either use the rifle, use it with an op. As they come into hookah, play this off angle here. Teleport back. Very basic. Secondary one is this. Throw it up here. And I have this off angle here, right? Typically you want to throw the card over here. And you can either take a peek late long, work hookah. It's not the best. Again, you need a teammate to kind of hold your opposite of what you're holding. But they're off angles, and sometimes they catch people off guard. So let's show attack setups for now. Attack's very basic. Your trip, you want to throw in the middle. Typically I just throw it to the left. Really doesn't matter at all. It keeps the same window.
A gift.
That's your main trip. Now I'm going to show what I use to default for A and use to default for B. Very basic. Either every time it's chamber, you don't want to play short or hookah. You're just, the way the util is and the way the fights play out, you don't want to be there, typically. So I always suggest fighting showers or fighting long. I had that reversed, but showers long, right? Here's how I fight either of those. My face goes down, barriers go down. If I know they like to take an early contact, I might play a more defensive position, just throw something like this. Take the swing. If I need to fight back, I just teleport back and I'll be safe. But typically, I'll throw the first card here. I'll work with the teammate into showers, right? We work our way up, scale our way up. Then throw the second teleport here. And I kind of have this anchor, right? Whether I'm here to play a passive lurk, whether I'm here to play loud, I'm here to cause a disruption, play for possibly a pick or two, and once the pressure gets too high on me, I have a very safe teleport back towards my spawn. It's a fallback position, can go to spawn, go to short, doesn't matter, fast rotate, I get out. No harm, no foul. Highly recommend that one. Now let's go for the opposite. This is how I work B. So for B long, again, you could do the same thing. If you're really struggling, you could throw 1 and 2, take the swing, take the fight. If you need to back up, you back up. Typically how I run this though, first card here, work my way up, whether it's with the Skydog and a utility, then the second card right on this corner, pretty much. That way it allows me to take all these fights here, come through, clear kind of octagon with it, right? I could clear sight, clear the top angles, clear all of octagon. Maybe if I get flashed or anything like that, I have this ability to teleport back. I'm still with my teammates, so I'm not very far, but I'm behind a safe wall. Let's say I get flashed off or whatever it is, right? And this is very safe. It also allows me this power position. Let's say I'm lurking lurking B. I can hold this kind of cross here. At any point, like I said, the pressure gets too high. I can't handle it. I need to back up. I need to rotate with my team, etc., etc., etc. I can teleport out, and I'm safe to fall back. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you find this information useful. Other setups that you see, probably too gimmicky, not realistic to use in game. But yeah, if you enjoy, follow for more or subscribe. And otherwise, have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.